it's amazing what washes in sometimes with the rain. And today I am fortunate to have two of my good old buddies in here, Russ Barrett and Mike Winton, and they're here to talk about the Downtown Lions Club fundraiser.
That's right.
And can't build nothing today. Now you still can sail in the rain.
Still can sail.
We got some inside stuff going. We're working. We're not sitting on our hands.
I know you're not. I know you're not. But it's. I remember back when I was in that business. A day like today, you could find a carpenter or plumber or electrician just about any bar in town.
That might be true. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
I don't think that probably happens as much as it did back 30 and 40 years ago.
I don't know. It happened a lot though then, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Well, there was little corner bars everywhere.
Yeah.
There was none of the big box businesses.
The framers and the roofers. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. Evans, yes.
Yeah.
Taking a little break.
That was an off day. That was an off day from all that hard work. Yeah.
But the thing about it is, our tradespeople work far beyond what we know.
Oh, absolutely.
On a regular basis to get the job done. And a little break every now and then is not so bad.
That's right. They need it. Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about the deal here.
30th annual charity dinner for the Tullahoma Downtown Lions Club over at the Manchester Conference Center on the 15th.
15th.
Saturday the 15th in March.
March 15th.
That's right. And tickets are $150 each, but that's for two people. And that's steak or what? You know what we're having?
Either beef or chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you also can get a vegan, I believe, if that's the right term.
Maybe.
What?
Vegan.
Vegan or vegan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A special order, yeah.
And Rebecca French is
That's right. She's great.
unbelievable.
That's right.
How she runs that place, and the food's always good.
Yeah, we thank them for letting us be there and do it. We've had it there for several years, and we have two major fundraisers, the golf tournament, and which has been moved back out to Lakewood Country Club in August, and let me get that thing off. Sorry, and then this event, which is very, very important to our organization. For the funds that we raise, that we give back to the community and to sight and hearing and diabetes and that type of thing, we try to split the money we raise between 50% directly to either state or national, international for the Lions Club for those programs, and 50% for here at home in Tullahoma. So that with the people that are giving to us, we can give back to the community.
Let me ask you a question. Do you still take glasses?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I didn't know, a lot of things change, and
right.
But if someone has a pair of glasses that they're not using anymore, and sometimes I look around and I'm one of those folks that probably has 3 or 4 pairs.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there.
Yeah.
And they can be used by somebody.
That's right. Didn't we just collect a considerable amount of glasses?
We actually just shipped 8,000 pair of brand new prescription glasses to be used in Lions International.
8,000 pair.
Yes.
So you don't need my old glasses.
We do.
We still do, because we got rid of those 8,000.
Oh,
see,
you
that's
got
the
rid
reason
of
Mike's here.
Yeah,
He's got all that information.
He always does.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was phenomenal the way it all came about. But
Now that was gift from some glasses manufacturer.
Yes, and came through us as Tullahoma Downtown Lions.
Well, now how do you? Is there? Of course, that person might not want themselves identified or that company, but if it's all right. I think it would be wonderful to let our audience know who was that benevolent.
It was actually an organization that's no longer in existence, and this was surplus that they had, and it funneled down through us.
Oh,
So
that
we
sounds.
weren't never privy to the name of the.
Okay.
Yeah, so I apologize.
Well, that's
I don't have that
outstanding.
information, Russ.
Well, you did pretty good. I wouldn't have had the 8,000. I just knew it was a
Okay.
considerable amount.
Yeah,
The good thing about our people in our organization is that, you know, everybody gets involved. There's several different facets of
Sure.
what we do. And I help with the golf tournament as Mike does. And I'm not as involved in this charity dinner, but there are several people, obviously, that
Sure.
are working hard to put this together. There are people that are in charge of the hearing program and people that are in charge of the sight program when we go to the schools and we do the testing at the usually in the beginning of the school years when we start that.
Typically, yes.
And everybody has a role and does play it very
Right,
well
right.
in order to get things done.
Well, I'm going to ask that question. It seems that in our social clubs, even our veterans organizations, that there's been a reduction in membership.
That's right.
Are you guys still pretty strong?
I think we're pretty strong, Mike. I will say this, obviously COVID,
Right.
all aware of that, and that, you know, you couldn't even meet. We would Zoom
Sure,
meetings.
sure.
And then as we slowly got back together, yeah, we had it decimated the organization to a point and hurt our membership. Sure it did. But we had Mike put together as the chairman of the, what's your title?
A flunky.
Head flunky,
Yeah, he put together a membership drive
Yeah.
and
bush beater.
and we had out at Monty Hancher's house, we had to get together, and I don't remember 5, 6, 7 people joined from
Yeah.
that one event, and kind of was a catalyst to get us back going again.
Well, you know, we went through a generation or so of young people who really didn't get involved with the things that we got involved in as young people. And I guess they sort of figured that, well, that's always going to be there.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
without young eyes and ears and hands and muscles and legs to help get the work done,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of our clubs and organizations were to the point of almost disappearing.
Yeah.
And I think this new 20, 30-year-old group that's coming through now are re-engaging with our organizations because they remember when their mom and dad did it and how important it was.
And if you're in business like Mike is, or I am, or some of the other members that we have that are younger than Mike and I, you know, you want to give back to the community
Sure.
that supports you and
Sure.
your business
Sure,
and your
for years.
employees.
For
Yeah,
years,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
And I'm proud to see these young people get re-engaging
Yeah.
and getting involved.
Yeah.
It helps us too with, of course, the eyesight and the hearing and all that's so very important. But we actually support 19 nonprofits here in Tullahoma alone, in addition to that,
Yeah.
you know, financially. So we want to be involved.
Sure,
And,
sure.
And, you know, civics minded, what you're talking about with the young folk, you know, I don't think they're taught that as much as we were aware, you know,
Right,
back in the day.
right,
when,
right.
And for me, back in 4-H and FFA and all those school organizations,
Right.
that kind of helped us along. So
And, you know, schools don't have time for that anymore.
it's tough.
It's all they can do to get the kids educated.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I read at East Lincoln School to second graders. That's one of the things that you guys and girls that I'm sure are involved do. You know, some of these kids come from families that they can't afford glasses. These kids can't learn because they can't see. And you're over there in these schools, in these grade schools, testing these kids
Same thing with the hearing. as
and
well.
hearing
Yeah.
as well. I think that's just magnificent.
Yeah, yeah. Been doing that for a long time. Tammy and Gary Overman have been a big part of that. And certainly
David Alexander.
David Alexander with the site now, and Tammy and Gary with the hearing and organize that. Like I mentioned before, everybody has a role to play, and
Sure.
the club and does a good job at it.
But there's nothing more wonderful than seeing a kid who can't read.
That's right.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
somebody
can.
like you passes through,
Yeah.
and this same kid who was embarrassed
Yeah.
because he wasn't keeping up with his or her buddies, and now he's got a pair of glasses and he can see the words.
Yeah.
And the light that shines through those children, through what you've done, is a light that'll never be put out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that child, when he's our age, will have done what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Because of that very thing. So that ripple effect of what y'all do lasts a long, long time.
Well, we hope so. We think so. We've got a program called the Lions Locker that the Lions Club supports as well, that where we try to provide some money for them to go purchase. All 7 schools participate. They go purchase clothes and have them at the schools.
Sure.
Available for the children. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a wonderful thing. Y'all wonderful guys.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, I do.
Mike is.
I do. I've known y'all for a long time. Both of you.
Just
I know who you are.
Well, I appreciate that. The Tullahoma Downtown Lions Club 30th annual charity dinner, Manchester Coffee County Conference Center, 5:30 p.m. social hour, 6:30 dinner, 9 to 10 live music. Mike, how much money are we giving away?
I think $5,000.
Yeah, and that'll be, you'll buy a ticket, you'll put on that ticket. One of us, somebody from the club will
Now,
approach
is
you.
that an extra expense?
No, it's
Part of your $150.
Yeah, you pay the $150, you get the tickets, you get the meal, you get the band, you get the social experience.
Now, is there going to be any auctioning going on?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We ain't touched on that yet.
Yeah. Well, let me read you some of the
You're
things.
gonna run out of time
I
if you
know.
get everything we do. So.
Let me read you some of the
they're
things we're going
I
to
know
have.
my man's going to be working.
Jack Daniel barrel autograph, Day in Lynchburg, a gift basket, professional styled Western hat. Aren't you a part of that?
Yes, and this is the Yellowstone.
Yes.
The guy that designs those, and it's also signature by the designer
Oh,
with a custom fit and custom color at your choice.
Usually goes pretty well.
and that's what? A hat like that, if you were to walk in and buy one of those, is what, $700-800?
$1,400.
$1,400.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice item.
I'd
Yeah.
say that's a nice hat.
Tickets to a UT game, that'll probably be the Georgia game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Jewelry from Woodard's and Giles, a live edge wooden bench, handmade, a weekend cabin on the lake, a Josh Heupel signed UT authentic football helmet. So that'll be for auction. A couple of UT items. Rogers Group is good enough to supply a load of gravel, crush a run that we'll auction. And I believe we're going to have some furniture.
And that Crusher Run, you can't buy a load of that for $150, $200
anymore.
anymore.
No, you can't. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we'll have another load from another supplier as well. So that's the items I'm aware of.
Really nice custom furniture that Joe Denby has donated out at his
All
store.
right, so we're out of time. March 15th
That's correct.
at the
Manchester
Coffee
Conference
County,
Center.
Coffee
Yeah.
County Conference Center.
Coffee County Conference
$150. Got a chance to win $5,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Dinner for two.
That's good.
For two.
Yeah, contact Russ, myself, any of the downtown
Donna
Lions
Bradford,
members.
Katie Sharon. Yeah.
Very good.
So,
Yeah.
Man,
thank you, John.
Thank
you for what
Appreciate you letting us be on.
Yeah,
what you
good
do.
to see you.
know
Good to
you're
see you.
welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it.